Hello, I'm Randolph Miller, and welcome to Bounce Around Charleston. We're here to talk about a book series, and I've got the right people to talk about it. Larry Spann and his mother, Madelyne Spann. Welcome to Bounce Around Charleston.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about the book series. There are like 4 books that we haven't heard about yet, right?
4 book series so far. So we just want to say thank you so much for having us. We heard they're the first guest to break in this new set.
Yes, you are.
This is really awesome. But yes, we produced 4 books so far, May book series. When we first were last here, we had our first book, May Learns to Pray, that we released. And then we've released 3 other books, subsequent books since. So we're here to kind of bring you up to date on what's been going on the last couple of years.
And Sister Madelyne, what motivated you to write these books?
Well, we had a grandchild named Madelyne that was living with us at the time, and she did so many amazing things. She just was a child that liked to learn, and we were encouraged by her willingness to listen and to share how she felt about things as well. And so this is what really made me want to write about her, because she was just that kind of inquisitive child.
Mom kept a journal. She kept a journal entry of all the different things that she would do, cute things. So those are the inspiration behind a lot of the stories that we include in the series. So,
but I think if I remember correctly, you paid attention not only to your but your children also, because there's a book about Larry too. Am I correct?
There are books about Larry, but just so happens we had a fire, and that's what took his books. He said he didn't remember it, but
I can't believe you brought this back up again, but yes.
He did.
Apparently there's a big book series that I could have been in, but it's okay. But listen, I am actually in one of the books, if you want to go, Mom, to the green book.
Yes.
So in the 3rd book in the series, I actually am in the series.
Yes.
It's May and the Beautiful Little Flower, so I'm including that story. This is actually me there with little May, and this is based, like, again, on a real life event. I was with my niece, I was bringing her, and she was saying, "Hey, Uncle, look at these flowers." And I was like, "No, May, that's grass, that's grass." And she's like, "No, look at this, there's white flowers." And I kept trying to like hurry her along. And lo and behold, she stopped me again and stopped, like, there's flowers. And I looked, beneath the blades of grass were little white flowers. Wow. And I took that moment in as an inspiration of sometimes in life we just need to take a moment to relax. We kind of hustle and bustle. I live in New York City now, and there's a lot of hustle bustle, but every once in a while it's good just to relax. And so taking the time, so that's what's in that story.
Yes.
So these books are for young people to read?
Yes, parents to read to young kids, and also it's a learning lesson in each one of them. That was very important to me, to sort of not only just think that the child needed to learn, but also that the adult could learn something from the experience as well.
So yes, it would be an adult reading the book to the children.
Yes, there's some words for early readers, so early readers can pick up some of the words, but we do envision this, we see this as parents, yes, reading to the kids, because there are a lot of conversation starters. We do have a lot of subject matters that we cover in the books that kids will be curious about at that age range. Our character's 3 to 4 years old. So yeah, we're just looking at them to be nice bedtime stories and stuff for kids.
You had a book that said May went to Dr. Lee.
Yes.
So that was one of her experiences at the doctor?
Yes, one of her experiences at the doctor. She was curious. She's a curious little girl, and she just loved to learn things, and she was afraid to go to the doctor because she was sick. And we tried to encourage her and let her know that not all the time your sickness means you have to get a shot or whatever. Sometimes it's just a cold, but we just want to make sure.
And something Larry said earlier, so Larry said you would journal everything. So you paid attention and you wrote stuff down so you would remember what happened in that event.
Yes, yes, that was very important. And I still do, like today with children that I meet. And so I have other stories as well.
I got a shot.
That's in me.
You can do journals with me again.
Yes. Well, I did remember.
I'm kidding.
I remembered a couple of stories about Larry, and I have some written, but he doesn't know about it because I want that to be a surprise, because I don't want him to be involved with that.
Okay, so now, once these books have been written, how do you distribute them?
Well, we have several avenues that we go about distributing them. First, we have our own company. It's called May Book Series. And you can order the books, and we can autograph them and everything for you, and we can mail them back to you.
So to find that out is to go to our website, which is maybookseries.com. So anyone who's interested in buying a book, we do a lot of book fairs and stuff as well. Before the pandemic, we did Black Ink here in Charleston. We were part of Black Ink Festival. We met lots of Terry McMillan and the Charleston mayor during that event. We did a lot of book tours. She's a former librarian, 30 years plus. And so we did a lot of libraries in the community in Charleston County and Berkeley County, different things. So we have not been able to do that during the pandemic, but we're looking to get back in that. And today, announced the reason why we're here is launching book number 5. So yes,
there's a book number 5.
Yes. We're here today to release tell the fact that our 5th book is coming out hopefully in May. So we're doing, again, keeping the theme of May. May this year we'll be having our 5th book in this series, keeping the title secret. But we did have, that's the illustration there. That's one of the first sneak peeks to Mom.
Yes.
Mom hasn't seen this yet. Mom has not seen this yet. So this is May in her classroom. They're preparing to go on a field trip, and so you'll have to see where the field trip is and what happens in that story. But this is the artwork from our next book that's coming out hopefully in a couple months.
Oh, wonderful.
So
She didn't know.
I didn't know, so that is a great surprise.
Yeah.
But now, me hearing the fact that you were a librarian, now I'm understanding why you're so motivated and full of joy about doing things about children.
Well, I did story time a lot at the library, and I really enjoyed that. And I used to set up different books, and I noticed, for example, there were not enough books. People came in asking for African American books, and they were just not there in a lot of cases. And I can't just stay with African American, so I said, we need to include everyone in the book. So we try to include every nationality in our books so we could just gain more people and let people know that we all have the same type feelings.
And one thing I like about your books is life experiences.
Yes, it's life experience.
The second book we didn't discuss, Why? May ask why.
Oh, yeah.
We discuss a lot of things. We talk about life experiences because this is, there's characters in there, neighbors of who are like with canes, and so or their eyesight's going bad. So we're trying to encourage kids while they're young, get healthy habits in terms of their eating, what they drink, what they're putting in their body, because we do, like I said, try to introduce real life on a children's level. We're trying to introduce positive things in their life at a young age.
And also trying to understand why things are happening with that individual.
Yes, exactly. That's true.
They got older, and
what happens?
And then your sight, you lose your sight. Sometimes that's why you wear the glasses. And sometimes our memories, sometimes not always where it should be, but a child they want to know. And May was one of those that asked all those types of questions. They ask, it's just many things. Why you do this, why you do that. And it's important to answer your child, a little one, so they can know and they wouldn't be guided in the wrong directions.
Would you tell parents that they should pay attention to their grands and their children and begin a journal themselves?
Oh, I encourage that. I encourage that all the time. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a neighbor. Even your neighbor could pay more attention to your kid than you do if you don't watch it. You want someone to love your child, so therefore you want to teach them responsible things.
So I'm wondering if Larry journaled his children.
I think so, because I used to read to Larry all the time, and I read to Larry's children when they lived here. And I mean, I set them on my lap, rocked them in the chair, and taught them something, especially Matthew, the oldest one. He was with us for a little while in the community, so that made it really nice. And I used to read to them. And if anybody asks you, my nieces, nephews, or whatever, they'll tell you, what would Aunt Maddie give you for Christmas? What would it be?
A book?
A book. A book.
So I was always giving books, and guess what? I still do. I go to the library and I buy books for kids because I think it's important for them to learn how to read to be successful.
Well, tell our viewers how they can get these books and what they need to do.
Once again, the easiest thing to do is to go to our website, which is maybookseries.com, and you will, again, on there you'll be able to find information about upcoming book tour events that we have in the community. I'll be doing a book event in Baltimore. We have something coming up in Orlando. We do things, like I said, in the libraries in Charleston. So just go to maybookseries.com. You can find information about pricing, what the books are, information on when our next book is being released, and yeah, just come visit and support. Because again, I'm very proud of my mom. This has been a dream of hers for a long time when she was a librarian. So the fact that now post-retirement, she's out there. Yes, I'm able to help and be a part of it. That's brought our relationship closer. A nice bonding experience with your mom to help her, fulfill her life dream. So we just encourage you out there. Please support us and support Mom. And this is a big deal. So we just thank you so much for having us. You're great. Yeah.
We're happy to have you all back here on Bounce Around Charleston.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
good
you.
because you brought Larry back. That's wonderful. Okay, you heard it right here on Bounce Around Charleston. It's the May Book Series with Sister Madelyne Spann and Larry Spann. Coming up next, Michael Smalls talking about the sweetgrass basket right after this book.